This is Jack Whitby from JCAD Pictures, and I'm doing the final storyboard. So, for my draft storyboard, I will put pictures of storyboard in the blog post itself and on the screens while I'm talking about it. So we're going to start off obviously with page 1. Our first shot is going to be the opening title sequence, which is JCAD Pictures. And moving on, we're going to start off hopefully with a tracking shot of just the legs. And I wanted this in the draft as well, but I definitely want it in the main film itself, because we've just had lots of inspiration from this. Our audience want to see it, and I feel if you have that tracking shot straight off fading into a tracking shot, people are going to wonder, why is this guy running so fast? What is he running away from? And straight off the bat is going to create that intensity straight away. And also the sound for this, we're going to have our non-diegetic intense music starting to build. There's going to be no dialogue whatsoever, and it's just going to be the diegetic sounds of crushing sticks, leaves, and maybe a slight blow of the wind to really create that feel of he's in a wood. Shot 3 is going to be a medium shot from in front of the character while he is running and holding his head, is wounded, and so he's going to be running towards the camera. He's going to be kind of holding his head, trying to think about what he's done, where he's been, trying to shake out of this kind of mindset that he can't remember anything. So it's going to be visible to the audience that he's been injured, he's hurt, and something's not right with this character. And again for this, we're going to have our non-diegetic intense music to build to the scene, no dialogue whatsoever, and again the diegetic sounds of the sticks being crushed, which really gives a nice crisp sound to him running through a forest. There's then going to be an over-the-shoulder shot of the protagonist, and he's in the audio shot. You're going to be able to see a clearance, hopefully, to the end of the forest. So he's going to have a sigh of relief and run a bit faster. And once again for this, we're having non-diegetic music, no dialogue, and again a diegetic sigh of relief from the protagonist and the crushing leaves once again. So once it gets to the end of this this forest, he's going to run out and there's going to be a road. There's going to be a point of view shot. Now this kind of leads into 2 shots of my storyboard. So he's going to run out of the forest in a point of view, look left, and there's going to be a moped sitting there. And also this is going to again have the crushing leaves, non-diegetic music and no dialogue. And he's going to turn left, see the moped, quickly turn right, and down the road is going to be the mysterious biker. I've then decided to have like a zoom in shot, so the camera will, and when we'll film it, we'll hopefully walk slowly towards the biker, and then when we edit it, we'll speed up this shot so it looks really, really fast, and then that will fade into the black and white flashback that we'll have. And again, this will have the non-diegetic music, no dialogue, and it'll be the diegetic wind blowing really fast as the camera moves towards the mysterious biker. So there's going to be a fade in to the flashback, and the flashback is going to be in black and white. So shot 8 is going to be an over-the-shoulder shot of the wife, of the protagonist, washing up plates and mugs. The shot fades in and it's black and white. And for the flashback scenes, we're going to have a non-diegetic or acoustic guitar and violin playing quietly in the background to kind of give that gentle feel, and kind of think nothing was really intense back then. It was all very calm and everything was normal. And diegetic humming from the wife as she washes up, so she's going to be happy. And so going to be a medium shot from the corner of the kitchen as the wife starts to set the table, pours soup into the bowl, puts it in the microwave, and also it's still going to be in black and white. The non-diegetic acoustic guitar and violin continues to play, and also the diegetic humming continues, as well as diegetic kitchen clutter. So, knives and forks being teamed together, she puts them on the table. So it kind of gives that nice kitchen feel. And then there's going to be a close-up of the door handle as he turns the door handle down, and the door's going to open. And this is going to have a non-diegetic, which is guitar playing, continues, and the diegetic squeak of the door handle rattling and it opening as he opens the door. So now I'll move on to page 3. There'll then be a tilt-up shot showing that he's more powerful back then, of Jason, our protagonist, walking into the room. And it's also going to make him look strong, because back then he had the power, he was strong, everything was fine, and now he gets the low angle shots, which we'll get onto later, showing that he's a bit weak compared to the mysterious biker. And again, the non-diegetic acoustic guitar continues. There's going to be dialogue, and he's going to come in and say, "Hello, darling," to his wife. Diegetic kicks and noises continues, as the table is being set. There's going to be a high angle shot of the wife looking at her husband, and she goes to kiss him on the cheek. This shot makes her look vulnerable to the near future, so having this high angle shot on the wife proves that she is in danger of something, and the audience know that because it was just instinct, but they don't know what yet. And once again, non-diegetic acoustic guitar and violin continue to play softly. A dialogue, "Hi, yeah, you're right," from the wife, and the diegetic sounds of chairs being pulled up, so that horrible squeaking sound as they get pulled up away from the table. There's then going to be a medium shot of the husband kissing his wife and collecting his soup from the microwave and sitting at the table ready to eat it. The non-diegetic acoustic guitar continues to play. A dialogue, "Yeah, tough day, early night for me, I think," says the husband, Jason. And again, the diegetic kitchen clutter continues. We're then going to have a reverse shot of Katie sits at the table and talks to Jason, and then Jason speaks back to her and tells her to go to bed as he will be up there soon. So a nice reverse shot of them two having a conversation. There's going to be non-diegetic acoustic guitar continuing to play again. Dialogue, Katie, and this is from Katie. "I'm so tired today. I bet you are too." Jason replies, "Yeah, I am. Tell you what, you go get ready for bed, and I'll finish up this and come up. Yeah." So there's be a nice reverse shot sequence. There'll then be a long shot, and the hallway door is going to have a knock on it. It's going to bang, bang, bang on the door. It's a loud knock as someone's trying to get in. Jason does not hear it and tells Katie that she's just overtired. So see, non-diegetic acoustic guitar continues. The diegetic loud knock at the door and dialogue of Katie saying, "Someone's trying to get in. Did you hear that?" Obviously, because it's his flashback. And that didn't really, that must have happened, but he doesn't recall that bit of the flashback. So, the flashback's kind of only from the bits of memories that he can pick out. There's going to be a close-up shot of Katie, the wife's panicked face, as she slowly calms down and takes a deep breath and looks at Jason, who is sitting across from her. Non-diegetic acoustic guitar fades into a slightly more tense sound now, so it's still there, but it's fading. Dialogue, "I didn't hear anything, you're just overtired, go to bed, you need rest." Katie replies, "Okay, darling." There's then going to be a point of view shot to give that feel of the audience are involved in this, of Jason watching Katie go to bed, and he continues to eat his soup as he hums to himself and looks to see a mysterious biker standing there. So he's going to watch Katie walk up the stairs, look down, sip his soup. When he looks back up, instead of Katie being there, the biker is going to be standing there watching him. There's going to be non-diegetic tense music begins to fade back in, so it's not quite there yet, but it's fading back in. Non-diegetic drum beat when the biker is revealed on screen, so as he looks back up, sees the biker, boom! It's going to make the audience kind of jump, hopefully. And a diegetic gasp from Jason who sees the biker, so as that goes, boom, he's going to go like that. Then going to be a dolly shot of the biker zooming in and out of him standing in the hallway watching Jason eat his soup. The biker is not really there though, so the dolly shot is going to go into the helmet and back out, and we'll speed that up during editing. And obviously, as I explained, the biker actually wasn't there when that happened in real life, but because it's a flashback and in his present day, the biker is getting closer to him because he's still getting bits from the present day that he's there in that in the flashback. And again, this is going to have non-diegetic tense music still trying to fade back in. An eerie silence is all that is heard from the actual place itself, as it gives that slight uncomfortable feeling to the viewer. There's then going to be an extreme close-up of Jason's eye, which is full of fear, and then the shot fades back into the present day. So there's going to be an extreme close-up of his eye, which is going to be in black and white. And obviously, non-diegetic tense music is back to how it was before the flashback, and is loud to convey the fear of Jason as he has seen the biker in his home. And there's then going to be another extreme close-up, so at the end of that extreme close-up, the eye is going to close. At the beginning of the next shot, it's going to be another extreme close-up of the eye, which is going to open. However, it makes it seem that Jason is seeing clearly the way he's opening his eye, and it's going to be clear to the viewer that it's the present day, because when the eye reopens, it will be in colour rather than in black and white. And the eye's going to be in shock, as if he's because he's seen the biker and had that flashback. And there's going to be a non-diegetic tense music continues to play. Diegetic winds blow, and a gasp from Jason to show that he is back in the present day. A high angle shot of the protagonist as he shakes his head and gets up from the ground and continues to run from the antagonist. So now we're getting the high angle shots on Jason because it's back here. He is now in danger now because the mysterious biker has the upper hand on him. Non-diegetic intense music is playing normally again. Diegetic sound of the ground and fast footsteps of him running away. Diegetic sound of the wind blowing again. There's going to be a low angle shot of the antagonist starting to follow the protagonist slowly. He unfolds his arms and looks menacing because of the type of shot makes him look powerful, because a low angle shot makes him look big and tough. Non-diegetic intense music continues to play. Diegetic sound of his footsteps as he begins to walk, and again diegetic sound of the wind blowing. There's then going to be a medium shot of the protagonist running towards the camera and the antagonist following him in the background to add to the tension of the chase. And this is going to have a non-diegetic intense music continues to play. Diegetic sound of the footsteps of the protagonist running away, and again diegetic sound of the wind blowing. So the sounds kind of follow the same kind of pattern. There's going to be a panning shot as the protagonist runs around the corner onto a patch of grass. The tension continues to rise as he is running fast in this panning shot. Non-diegetic intense music continues to play. Diegetic sound of the footsteps as he runs around the corner, and then diegetic sound of the crushing draft, so that kind of sweeping sound as you get when you run on grass, and a diegetic sound of the wind blowing again. Now things are starting to get a bit more tense. It's going to be a close-up of the protagonist's face looking for somewhere to hide. His eyes look both ways before he dashes to the right hand side of the camera. This is going to have non-diegetic intense music continues. Diegetic sound of the moped, so you can hear the moped that the biker rides getting closer to convey the antagonist is coming fast. And with that intense sound of the moped, the protagonist knows that it hasn't got long, as did the audience. So there's going to be an over-the-shoulder shot of the protagonist running into the bush to hide from the biker and tries to jump out and get a surprise attack. Non-diegetic intense music is playing. Diegetic sound of the moped background is getting closer and louder. Diegetic sound of the grass and the wind blowing. There's then going to be a long shot of the antagonist riding his moped down to where the protagonist was last seen running around a corner as he follows him. Again, the non-diegetic intense music plays. Diegetic sound of the moped and heavy footsteps as he gets off. A medium shot of the antagonist getting off his bike and walking, trying to find where the protagonist went. The non-diegetic intense music continues to play. Diegetic sound of the moped switch off, and the footsteps as he walks to find the protagonist as the wind blows. So a nice sound of the moped turning off. There's heavy footsteps as he walks around the moped and tries to find where the protagonist is. So then leads to a worm's eye view shot of the antagonist's foot stomping past, which portrays his power and builds to the intensity of the protagonist hiding. Again, non-diegetic intense music continues to play. Diegetic sound of heavy footsteps on grass and the wind blowing in the background. A medium shot of the protagonist pulling out of the gun, taking a deep breath, ready to shoot the antagonist, but he's nervous and shaking, so non-diegetic intense music continues to play. Diegetic sound of the protagonist taking a deep breath and rattling the gun as he pulls it out of his pocket, so the nice ting 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 ting, because you're going to be able to hear the bullets moving. Finally, page 7 of my storyboard, we're going to have a medium shot of the antagonist walking, while in the background the protagonist is running up behind him, getting ready to shoot him with a gun. There'll be non-diegetic intense music continues to play, diegetic sound of the grass being crushed and the wind blowing in the background. So you're just going to see the antagonist walking, and behind him you'll just be able to see the protagonist getting ready to shoot him. There'll then be a zoom out from a close-up, so the close-up of the gun zooms out and turns into a medium shot of the protagonist getting ready to fire the gun and lining up the shot. Non-diegetic intense music continues. Diegetic sound of the heavy breathing from the protagonist and the wind blowing, so as he's getting ready to line up the shot, trying to get the best aim possible. Medium shot of the protagonist firing the gun, and the shot turns black as soon as the flash of the bullet. Non-diegetic intense music continues to play. Diegetic gunshot which echoes into the next shot and shows loud and overpowers the music. So we're going to edit in a flash from the gun and then a gunshot which will be echoing and echo into the next shot. So it's going to be really loud and overpower the music. This will then it fades to black and fades into the next shot, which will be a black screen with the title of the film, Misery, appear on the screen. While it shows the viewer's title of the film. Non-diegetic intense music continues, but it's rumbly, as if it's shaking the title of the film, which gives it more impact. So, and then the title will shake, as well as the finishing off of the echo of the gunshot from the previous shot. And finally, it will fade back into another shot, a tilt-up shot of the protagonist now on the moped, and he turns on the engine. This shows that he has power, and the shot then fades to black. Non-diegetic intense music begins to fade out, diegetic sound of the moped starting up as he is about to leave this scene and start his journey. So this kind of, the way he's got the moped turns on, he shows that he's overcome one antagonist, or so he thinks, and it shows that he's about to start his journey as he goes into the film. So overall, I think this will be a good opening. It has a lot of interesting camera shots which suit characters such as low angle for the antagonist making it look tough, and low angle for Jason in the past, but in the present, high angle on Jason and high angle on the wife, showing they all look. We've also used camera shots that we don't usually use to kind of add in that bit more, being a bit more adventurous and making the opening as good as possible. And it kind of starts off the film in a really intense way, so it should keep audience hooked the whole way, trying to find out what's going on, and having this kind of chaos chase scene to start off a film is really going to grab the attention of our target audience. Thank you very much.